ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrò ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀nràn pa orí dání wọn. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rí inú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù tó jẹ́ àríkùn wá ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn ń lọ wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ràn òmònú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá mi ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti fi tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Yòókù lọ́gbọ́n, ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlàmù sí ọ̀rọ̀ ní ọ̀lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri. Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wọ́n tó ti gbogbo ìbàjọ́ra ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́.
Yes, so good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to welcome you to another special edition of the Jagbajantis Show. I remain your regular host, Akin. Thank you for connecting with me tonight from whatever part of the world you're joining from. I appreciate you, and you are very special to me. I welcome my people on YouTube, those on Twitter, and my regulars on Facebook. Also, I greet you, especially the silent listeners wherever you are. The invisible listeners, I greet you too. And those who will be catching up this show um, at some later date, I greet you as well. Thank you very much for always making it a point of duty, or always making time out to join this platform. Thank you very much for all that you do, and for your support, and for your encouragement. Right. As you're coming in, please help me share this show on your platforms. Help me invite somebody, send out the links, share it on your stories. Just bring this to the attention of somebody. What we're going to discuss tonight will benefit a lot of people, most especially people who are about to start their relationship. This show of tonight will immensely um, benefit you. There's a lot to unpack from tonight's discussion, and I will urge as many people as possible to join. Also, those who are already in a relationship can also, gain one or two things from the discussions tonight. And those who are experiencing issues in their relationship that can be traced to um, their in-laws would also, benefit from the show, even though there's not a lot that they can do. But, whatever they can pick from tonight's discussion, and they think they can still apply to at least change one or two things, yes, they will also benefit. But overall, it's going to be an eye-opening um, session for everybody, and that is why it's important that we bring this to the attention of as many people as possible. Yes, ẹ jẹ́ kí n kí àwọn tó wà lórí ètò ń bí. Ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí yín o. So tonight we have Ẹ̀gbọ́n on the VIP seat, or in the VIP corner. He's the first to join the show tonight. So as usual, our babes yẹn ń bọ̀ wá gbé yín. Ẹ má lera o, ẹ kàn ṣáà jùra yín lẹ̀. Wọ́n máa gbé yín lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ibi tán bá gbé yín lọ, ẹ ṣáà tẹ̀lé wọn. Let them lead you astray. Ẹ ní sọnù tán, wọ́n á dá yín padà. So just surrender yourself to be pampered tonight. Ẹ̀bùn, mo kí ẹ o, ọmọ ìyá mi. How you doing? Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀, báwo ni iṣẹ́ o? It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Engineer Elijah, I greet you, my brother. Thank you for connecting as well tonight. Papa, mo kí yín púpọ̀ púpọ̀. My brother, your daily Onoselu, Oluwaye Baltimore. I greet you specially. It's a pleasure to have you on the show as well. My fluffy sister, Esther Diola, I greet you as well. Thank you very much for connecting. It's a pleasure to have you on the show tonight. Right, let's get straight into the discussion for tonight. If you're on the show and you want me to give you a special shout out, just indicate your presence. Let me know you're on the show and I can, say hi to you. Yes, I greet you, my sister, Ajike Ade. Ajike Ade. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for connecting tonight. I think this is the first time I'll be noticing you on the show, and I want to assume this is the first time you're joining the show as well. Perhaps you have been a silent listener, but tonight is the first time you will be officially recognized on the show. So thank you very much. This is Jabajanti's show, where we talk nonsense. So all we do here is just to, you know, weave sense into those things that we consider to be norm, and try to shift our focus from what we've always seen to look at a different view of that same issue. We try to shift mindset such that you are inspired to change your situation. I can't change you. I can only inspire you towards that path of change. So my goal um, on this platform, every time I run this show, is to provoke you, to provoke your thoughts, to stir up a conversation within you, so that when you leave the show, you have something to work on, especially to become a better person. And that's it. That's essentially what we do here. And as a person, I'm also here to learn from you, because when events are happening around me, I pay close attention. It's not the time for me to laugh. It's not the time for me to mock the person. It's not the time for me to, um, you know, be joking. It's the time for me to pay attention. What can I learn from this situation? So if something is happening close to me, it's intentional. The universe wants me to learn something from it. They're giving me a warning ahead of time. In this situation, pick this, pick that, apply this, apply that, so that in your journey, if you find yourself in such a situation, you know what to do. Or if you find people in such a situation, you know how to help them out. So, um, and that's how we grow as human. That's how we become better. And that's why this platform is created. Because I strongly believe that if people know better, they can do better, or they will do better. So sometimes the discussion we have here is not convenient, not comfortable. Some of the things you will hear might be different from what you've always known. And that's why I encourage everyone to come here with an open mind. Don't come here with a closed mind, because I fẹ́ máa antagonize gbogbo nǹkan tó bá gbọ́. But all you need to do is just to relax yourself, be open-minded, treat the discussion as if this is the first time you'll be hearing it, and then learn. Ìmọ̀ ju gbogbo èèyàn lọ. And so, ibikíbi tí ìmọ̀ bá ká wa mọ́, just surrender yourself, admit yes, mi ò mọ eléyìí, and then learn and grow. I greet you, my brother, Emmanuel Makinde. It's a pleasure to have you on the show as well. Thank you very much for joining. We haven't, started yet, actually, so you haven't missed anything. Right. I hope you have all shared the show and sent the word out so we can start. So the discussion for tonight is what I titled How to Play the In-Law Politics. How to play the in-law politics. So two keywords here are in-law and politics. And I'm 100% sure these words are not strange to anyone here. But maybe in this situation, you might be wondering, kilo politics, in-law, and things like that. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly break that down. So in-law, basically we refer to in-law as people who became relative through marriage. So these are not your relatives by birth or by blood, but because, you know, two people within that family setup got married, and then the rest of the family members now become, you know, one relative as a result of that marriage. So you have the husband, you have the wife, and then you have the parent of the couple, and then you have the brothers and sisters of the couples. So this is the unit that forms the in-law. And then it's all about administration, managing, you know, people, managing group, managing um, situation, you know, balancing power, ensuring that, you know, everyone's need is catered for, ensuring that there's clarity in how things should work and how things should run. So, you know, the same way we have politics in terms of government that has to do with a nation, country, so we have politics within families. So ibi tí essentially ibi tí èèyàn bá ti jù kan lọ, and they have to be, you know, managed, then politics will take place within that setting. So and that's why I'm using the word in-law politics in this discussion. There's so many families or marriages today that are going through turbulence, which did not arise because the couples could not manage that situation, but which came as a result of intrusion from these other members that we, you know, refer to as relative. Marriage is meant to be between two people. When external people get involved, there's the likelihood of things becoming complicated. I'm sure many of you are aware of, you know, a situation going on between a known figure and his family. It has to do with the wife, his children, and, you know, his in-law and everything like that. While I do not live in the same house with them, while I do not have the full picture of their situation beyond, you know, stories that each of these parties has told us publicly, what I can unpack from everything is the fact that there is a heavy influence of external forces in their union, which actually, you know, dragged their situation beyond what they could manage. It's normal that couples will have, you know, issues here and there, but that issue should be, you know, managed, contained, and resolved within them. Yeah, there are situations where, you know, people that you trust, people that you call families, can get involved, and, you know, but the involvement should be such that it's geared towards finding a solution rather than complicating the issue. Yorùbá ní òrìṣà bó lè gbè mí, ṣe mí bó ṣe bá mi. And that is why I think it's important for us to break down what is going on within this in-law politicking. And I'll be speaking specifically on all the parties involved. So I'll talk about the man, which is the husband now. I'll talk about the woman, which is the wife. And I'll talk about the parent of both couples. So each of these parties have roles to play. They have responsibilities, which they should know. And let me say at this point that what I'll be, the things I'll be saying tonight are not, they're simply guidelines. So it's not me imposing stuff on you. There are guidelines, there are things that are essential that must be in place. Otherwise, you'll have problem. But within these things, there are some of the things I would mention that maybe would not apply to you. Why? Because maybe your in-laws are, are better people. So you don't really need to, put those things in place. So that means you have to take, what you hear tonight and apply it as it suits your situation. So, for example, I don't have much personal experience to share regarding the discussion tonight, because in my 14 years of marriage, I have not had one single issue with my in-laws. I cannot speak highly of them enough. In that aspect, I can only say I am blessed. They are the best in-law anyone or any couple can wish for. And I'm most grateful for that. In 14 years, I have not had a discussion one time with my in-laws regarding our family or what goes on in our home. Not one, not once. They've allowed us to run our lives as best as we can. And, as much as we've had issues and, little things here and there to deal with, challenges here and there, we've always found an in-house solution. So we don't even bother them as well with any of our issues. We sit down and we discuss it within ourselves and we'll find a resolution and we'll move on. So I don't have much to share because it's been very, very peaceful and cordial from my side. But that is not the case for some other people. And that is why we want to have this discussion. I didn't know I'm going to have it as peaceful as this, but I prepared. And my preparation is what I want to share with you tonight. And these are the things I picked from my surroundings, even while growing up, even before I even made the decision to get married. These are things I've seen in the life of other people. And I know that, yes, you have to put these things in place. You have to learn these things. In combine learning, you have to understand these things and, arrange yourself properly. So I prepared, but in the end, I'm so lucky that I got it right. But in being lucky, you see, luck is something you have to create for yourself. You have to create your own luck. You don't wait for luck to happen. So that means there's a part you have to play. So even though I am lucky, I play the part. And as we proceed, I'm going to explain that to you as well. So I think we're cleared by that bag or that introduction. Now, let's start the man within this unit, which is the husband. You see, most of the problems that would happen in a marriage can be traced to the foundation. If the foundation is built well, the building will stand, much longer. If the foundation is poor, it's just a matter of time. Whatever you build on it is going to collapse. And that's why I would dwell so much on the foundation. When you get it right from there, you will get it. Everything else will work. Yeah, challenges might be there, here and there, but because you built everything well into the foundation, you always fix it. But when the foundation is poor, when it's bad, structure I'm a wobble titi to my collapse. Hell save it. And for those who are going through issues today, they can trace whatever is happening to their foundation. And in the course of the discussion, they will understand what I'm talking about. So the first thing I would tell the man is this. Don't be blinded by love. You have to research well about the family you want to marry from before committing. Remember, you are not only marrying their daughter. You are marrying the family as well. And what do I mean by you are marrying the family? You are marrying the culture, the values in that home. So you have to look properly. You have to look beyond this pretty lady. You have to look beyond her curves. You have to look beyond, her body features. You have to look beyond that. Yes, two of you love yourself. You have to look into where she's coming from. What is going on behind the scene in that family? Watch the relationship of the parents. Because whatever you see there is what you will get. Because that is where she was raised. And what you see in there is what has been poured into her. And that is what she's bringing. And that's what they will bring. So watch how they treat you. If you like to Jen Kakan, do they accord you respect? Do they see you as human first before anything else? I be from day one, let you show an attitude. You have to be sensitive. Ó fẹ́ fẹ́ ọmọ wọn ni. Ó wá ṣe wọ́n níbí. So there is no need for them to be, aggressive towards you. There's no need for them to, see you less of a human than they are. All these things says a lot about the family. This was the first thing I picked from my own in-law. The respect they showed me, even though mo kéré púpọ̀ sí wọn. It shows that to them, humanity comes first. And that says a lot. That says a lot. If you want to unpack that alone, you might use the entire show for that. So you have to watch that. Secondly, look carefully. Because they want to, or do they want their daughter to marry because they want to shift responsibility of their family on somebody else? They don't need to tell you this. If you watch carefully, you can see this. And this is important. So that o ní dáàrin kan kó wá máa béèrè pé kí ló dé pé family wa láwọn pọ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ pa mí náà. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé èmi mò ń sanwó school àwọn àbúrò èmi mò ń ṣe báyìí mò ń ṣe wọn kankan mẹ́rin. Àwọn brother ò la ojú ẹ̀ ni. Tó bá la ojú ẹ̀ tó la etí ẹ̀ tó la làákàyè ẹ̀, wàá ti rí wípé ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ yìí òun ni breadwinner nínú ilé yẹn. Breadwinner nínú ilé gan fúnra ẹ̀ gan kò ní bread o. Wọ́n tó kété bá dàgbà ọmọ ẹ̀ ló ń mu. Wọ́n mú ọmọ tó kété fẹ́ mu igan kò tí ì gún mú. So when you see that wọ́n wá gbó wàhálà ilé ayé lé ẹni yẹn lọ́rùn, my brother, you are walking into hell. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sọ fún ẹ. Because that will be the beginning of your woe. Because not only would you take up the responsibility of your own immediate family, that is your wife, yourself, and Naomoteba Binsi, the family is resting or leaning so much on your wife, even prior to both of you getting married. So now they will lean on both of you. Tó bá lágbára ẹ̀, no problem. Remember what I said at the start. Whatever you hear from this discussion tonight, pick and apply as it suits your situation. So if you're a billionaire, then maybe this point doesn't really affect you because agbára ẹ gbé everything. But tó bá yẹ pé upcoming yẹn, wọ́n láti wò dáadáa o. Má jẹ́ kí ìfọ̀ ẹ fọ́ ẹ lójú, that you will not look carefully into the family you are marrying from. Tó bá ti ń rí àwọn àpẹẹrẹ wípé, you know, maybe one dominate ọmọ wọn jù, wọ́n ti gbọ̀ngbọ̀n, adult lọmọ wọn accord that, you know, respect of adulthood for her. My brother, wọ́n á ti wọ́n náà gbọ̀ngbọ̀n. Tó bá dẹ̀ lè tiẹ̀ gbọ̀ngbọ̀n directly, wọ́n á máa ti òun gbọ̀ngbọ̀n láti tiẹ̀ gbọ̀ngbọ̀n. So all these things you have to pick from the start. Yorùbá ní aya burúkú dùn fẹ́, àna burúkú lèèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ ní. No matter how, you know, in love both of you are, no matter how well you try to manage your situation, wọ́n máa pín in lẹ́mìí o. And you can't say you don't know, because the red flags are all over the place. You want to pay attention. All right, quickly, move to another point. Still talking to the man, and still talking about the foundation. Be yourself. And this is so important. Be who you are. And let them see who you are. Many guys, because they want to be accepted at all cost, they would pick up a character that is not theirs. They start doing things that they cannot sustain. When they're going to visit aṣọ ní, wọ́n á wọ̀ lọ, wọ́n á yá. Mọ́tò tí kìí ṣe tiwọn, wọ́n á gùn lọ. All because they want to paint an image to suggest that, yes, they are someone that they can have as a son-in-law. You don't need to prove anything. Just be who you are. And I'll tell you why this is important. It is who you are that you can live comfortably and sustain. Àti gbé ayé tí kìí ṣe tiẹ̀ ó nira o. If they cannot trust your future with their daughter, then leave them to marry her to whoever they want. Be honest about who you are. So this one, I have a story I can share with you. I've met my now wife. We've been dating and all that. But I was yet to see her parents. So her dad was coming to London at one time. So I agreed to go and see him when he arrives. There was an album in the church I was attending then. So we were, but I've told my pastor that I'll be leaving at so time to go and see my now father-in-law. So when it was time for me to leave, I just signaled to him that, oh, I'm leaving, and he waved. So I was stepping out. He called me back again and said, mo ń lọ ṣebí mo ní ṣe mo sọ fún tẹ́lẹ̀ pé mo ń lọ síbi báyìí. Ó ní mo mọ̀ náà, but mo kàn wonder pé ṣé báyìí náà ló ṣe ń lọ. Wọ́n ní mo ṣe ń lọ náà ni pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Pé àṣebọ́dọ̀ ẹni báyìí ló lóun lọ mo náà ni. Báyìí náà ṣe wá mo ní kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ kí n pretend ni? Ẹ fẹ́ kí n wọ suit, kí n dé tie? Ibi tí Pocket Square máa ń wà yẹn kí n wá fi àwọn Gideon Bible tí mo ní New Testament Gideon Bible ní blue yẹn kí n wá fi síbẹ̀. So that tí n bá dọ́dọ̀ tí n bá ti kí wọn, tí mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ tí mo kí wọn báyìí, Bible yẹn á jábọ́ wọn ní what a gentleman, what a Bible dèbí ni, what a Christian. Mo ní no. Let them see who their daughter wants to marry. I like people to accept me for who I am. I don't want people to change me to the image that they have in their head. I'm an individual. I'm different. I'm unique. And I can only function within that my uniqueness. When you want to make me to be somebody else, you're destroying me. And I fought this battle to be who I am today. To live my life by my own design. I fought that battle. I fought the battle against my own family. I fought the battle in the church I was attending. I fought the battle within my community. I fought the battle to be who I am. Because everywhere people tried to change me to what they have in their own mind. They want me to look the way I can fit their own setting. No, I fought that battle. And today, that's why I'm free. I live the way I want to live. And I'm happy. I'm at peace. Because mi ò gbé ayé aláyé. Now, what was the look tí mo ní nígbà yẹn, which my pastor was concerned about? Then I had locks. I had piercings. I had tattoo. All these things I listed are features that within our society, when you have them, you are labeled as irresponsible. Kì í ṣe àwọn sign ọmọlúàbí. But it was a battle I was fighting then for people to look beyond my physical appearance and take their time to know who I am at my core. That's why a lot of people are deceived. Those who defrauded you, those who raped you, those who raped your daughter, those who messed you up in one way or the other. They were people that you opened up yourself to because they came in the appearance of a responsible person. That's what don't buy. Oh, get low cut now. Oh, shave up. Dada. Oh, was suit. Everything to dada. Because oh, monk way there's a way to let it come across. Definitely open up for him. Torí gilẹ̀ yín wo ẹ̀ wo èso. Nípa èso lẹ dẹ̀ fi lè mọ̀ èèyàn. Or you get carried away by outward appearance. But only people who have moved closer to me, who have looked beyond the way I appear, ló mọ̀ wípé ló lè sọ, you know, the kind of person I am. My strictness, my principles, my, you know, my values. I'm aware pé ìta yóò jọnú. Inú yóò jọta. But that is how I want people to live. Know people at their core. Don't judge by the way they appear. Because people will come across the way they want you to accept them. And you'll be deceived. People wear masks. So you have to take the pain to unmask people. I apply this principle as well in my clothing business. When a customer approaches me and say, "Oh, can you please send me some of the things you've done?" I send them the link to my website, send them the link to my social media pages. Oh, and they will say, "Oh, I'm in the picture." I say, I refer them to the page. Take the time to check out the business you want to patronize. I can steal other people's product images and send them to you to say they are mine. But research me, check me out, check through, you know, everything, see if there are consistencies, and see where you want to put your money. And personally, if I see a customer that is not interested in even, you know, immersing themselves in the brand, I don't see the need to serve you. You must have a sort of connection. Wọ́n láti ti rí nǹkan kan tó yẹ pé ó bá ń pè no. Ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ kó value anything tó bá get láti bẹ̀. Ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ kó mọ̀ bá ń fẹ́ gbá ẹ gan ni. So I made a garment for a person one time, and when I sent them the picture before I delivered, the person called me back and said, "Oh, thank you very much. I saw that picture, but please, can I ask a question? That picture you sent me, is that what I'm getting, or is just, you know, editing or manipulation?" And so I said, "That is exactly what you are getting." He said, "Oh, okay, I can't wait." And when I delivered, the guy was like, "Oh, wow. That is how I operate. What you see is what you get. What I can't deliver, I don't promise it." And when I look at people, I look beyond what they are presenting to me. I want to know you beyond this, your mask. So I went to see my father-in-law on that day with my lock, my piercing. I didn't take out my earrings. And I wore a polo top. I showed my arm tattoo. I got there, greeted him. He had a little chat. And then he was there on the seat. At some point, we were not talking, just Akonsha Wambe. And then sometimes he would pretend he's sleeping, and then I'll see him using one eye to look at me, and and then shaking his leg and all that, ìjùgùnú wo ni ọmọ yìí lọ mú láti gbogbo ọmọ tó wà nínú ayé báyìí. Ta lọmọ yẹn lọ, ta ló àgbákù ló lọ kò yí báyìí, But I was well welcomed, and no judgment, nothing, nothing untoward. From there, èmi gan study. So kì í ṣe àwọn nìkan ni wọ́n study mi, èmi náà study wọn. So after a while I left, and then went back to Nigeria, and then my wife told me later how they called her to a meeting and asked her severally if she was really sure that that is the person she wants to get married to and stuff like that. And she said yes, because my wife is she's such a person that likes a responsible person, but with a touch of naughtiness to it. So I think I fitted her. rugged and correct. So and they trusted her. They trusted her that she knew what she was doing, and they allowed her to take her choice. The same thing I displayed in my attitude from the beginning to everyone. What I cannot sustain, what I cannot do, or what I don't know how to do, me will pretend láti máa ṣe wọ́n. So from the start, things I know that I would not sustain in the marriage, I didn't introduce it to my wife just to entice her or please her or anything like that. I was transparent enough that, look, what you see is what you are getting. But I'm open to improvement. I will work towards them and, be a better person. But Nigaro to back my and continue the journey. I don't know how to do it, but but for now, I know Sabi. And I will not do anything for you now that will build expectation in your mind, and later am I going to change. Me will change you. You either take me or leave me. And that is the starting point of your peace. Má jẹ́ kójú pọ́n ẹ débi wípé wàá máa fira ẹ bẹ̀ èèyàn. There must be that level of trust. There must be that level of respect. Tí o bá ti sí ńbẹ̀, brother mi, walk away. Otherwise, wàá ní problem. This is not a matter of arrogance or anything. It's transparency. Ibi tí mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ rí. O lè jẹ́ petrol attendant kó máa lóun ṣiṣẹ́ ní oil company. Ó ti ń gbé fúnra wọn. Because salary petrol attendant yàtọ̀ sí ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní oil company. Yes, oil àwọn méjèèjì ń dì pẹ̀lú, ṣùgbọ́n ìyàtọ̀ wà ńbẹ̀. So kò wá dancing wá ń gbọ́, oh, where do you work? Wá sọ pé I work at Ajip. Oh, one can assume pé, orí epo ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Meanwhile, Ajip petrol attendant ó ń ta epo sínú ọkọ̀ ni. Let them know. Mama create all this funny confusion and whatever thing like that. Kó máa sọ fún ẹ later pé ṣé bó sọ fún wa pé Ajip ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni, ṣé kí wá ṣe Ajip mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. But ó sọ fún wa pé petrol attendant ni àṣẹyìn béèrè ni. Ó ti ń di problem láti gbà yẹn. Because tó bá ti gbọ́ Ajip oil báyìí, etí wọn ti nà pé ọmọ ayé wa ti da elépo rọ̀bì lọ́mọ ẹ̀ lọ mú wáyé. Níta wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n wá lọ kọ lísì ẹrù ìyàwó wa. Àwọn àwọn ìbúlẹ̀ ti máa rí lè wọ́n máa ń gbà níjọ́ ọlọ́kọ ẹ̀ ń kẹ́rù ìyàwó àwọn pé ó sì ń wáwó náà ní wáwó bá wo. Ààrẹ kọ́mpútà ló kọ́lẹ̀ ló ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú wọn ní but a máa di problem gbà yẹn. You have to be transparent. Tó bá lè trust ọjọ́ ọ̀la ẹ̀ wípé wàá fi ibẹ̀ yẹn lẹ̀, wàá move higher or better in life, then jẹ́ kó fún ẹ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní NNPC gangan. Don't fake your life. Don't fake nothing. Let them accept you the way they are. Let them build their expectation, truthfully, based on how you've expressed yourself. Wàá bá fẹ́ lọ kí wọn, wàá lọ yáwó, wàá máa kówó lẹ̀ fún wa, wàá máa fún àbúrò ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn, wàá máa fún tọ̀ ní kíní yẹn. You're building wrong expectations. Because gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń lé yẹn, you must sustain them. Tó o bá ti lè ṣe mọ́, wọ́n sọ pé o ti change. Problem abẹ́rẹ́ sí ṣẹlẹ̀. So ó máa ń dá kí transparency wà. Kàn gbà ẹ̀ bó o ti rí. Kẹ́ gbára yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí. Kàn mọ̀ pé what they are seeing is what they are getting. Kàn dé allow yín láti build ayé yín gradually. Now, the next one, I think kúrò ní foundation díẹ̀díẹ̀ báyìí, is you have to set boundaries for yourself. Ìwọ gan kọ́kọ́ wọnlẹ̀ fúnra ẹ, kó tó wọnlẹ̀ fún ẹ. And these boundaries comes in, several areas, which I'm going to enumerate. The first one, brother mi, when you are building your marriage, so your home now, please manage whatever you have. Má lọ gbé ilé tí àwọn in-law ẹ tí wọ́n rẹ́ǹtì fún yín o. Tó bá jẹ́ 1 room ló lè rent, ẹ kàn mọ̀ pé 1 room ló lè rent, 1 room ló dẹ̀ ń gbé. Ṣùgbọ́n ibẹ̀ kọ́ ni destiny ẹ máa pín sí. You will move forward in life. When my wife first met me, Shurak nìkan ló wà nínú yàrá mi. A small room. Even though at that time, mo ti níṣẹ́ dáadáa lọ́wọ́, but I just refused to, at that time, mo sì mọ̀ pé mo ń study because mo fẹ́ pick. But she felt so comfortable within that space. Màtá fi lọ tá fi padà, mo tún ti ní TV. Ọmọ ṣì wà nínú yàrá kékeré yẹn. After I have made up my mind that yes, this is a person I will settle with, that's when I moved to a bigger flat. When she came, she joined Ongon Hawaii. But tó bá judge me based on that ibi tó ti pàdé mi yẹn tó dẹ̀ rò pé báyà bẹ̀ láyé mi parí sí, we won't be where we are today. Ṣùgbọ́n ibẹ̀ yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀, sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́ lẹ́nu. She trusted my future. I think we're having a discussion about 3 days ago, and I mentioned one shop in Peckham. She went, Oga, ayé wa ti change gan. Because we used to shop there. So, the people you want to work with that can't trust you, that Olaya Daje Nilo, then I don't think you have any business with them. Because wọ́n á lé ẹ lédè tí ò yẹ kó sá. Wọ́n á pọ́n ẹ lójú. So, wọ́n wá wò báyìí pé no, ọmọ àwọn kò lè máa gbé one bedroom o. Kò lè gbé one bedroom o. A máa gba ilé fún yín, kẹ́ kó lọ síbẹ̀. My brother, tí ẹ ń bàjẹ́ lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. You must set that boundary for yourself. No, you don't want it. You don't want it. Because you are losing it. You're losing it. So, tó bá ti wá jẹ́ wípé o wà ní situation wípé o ò lè dá gbálé, o ò lè dá bọ́ra ẹ, you have to rely on your in-law for this. My brother, o tí to marry. No, o tí to marry. Shelve that marriage plan and go and hustle. Marriage is not for you. Because setting up a home costs money. Oh my God. So, tó o bá tí ní nǹkan kan, don't talk. It's a sign that you are not ready for that stage of life. Don't go into it. Àwọn family ìyàwó mi lówó, wọ́n tẹ̀ ra ilé fún wa, àwọn gan lọ ra mọ́tò, á jẹ́ paná ṣàyà. Wàá gbọ́ ìyáláyà ọ̀rọ̀. Ọjọ́ tó bá kàn tí ẹ lọ ṣe èsì tí ẹ lọ complain kíní kan rárá. Oh my Jesus. Sórí ọmọ tí bàbá ẹ̀ rò màlà tó ló ní kókó, ìtàn bí ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe kúrò nílé òun ló fẹ́ gbọ́. Wọ́n á kì í pọ̀nrípọ̀n gbá ẹ̀, wọ́n á kì í fún ẹ. Because kí ló jẹ́ after all? Àjọ mọ̀ báwo làwọn sọ ẹ́ dèèyàn. So, respect yourself before they disrespect you. Let them see bí tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Let them understand that this is what I can afford. Ìpìlẹ̀ wa rèé, but we will move up. Let them trust you. Tí wọ́n bá ti lè gbà yẹn, yọ̀ǹda mọ́ wọn lẹ̀. In marriage, several issues máa yọjú. One of it, money issues. There'll be times when, things will be scarce. My brother, a kì í yáwó lọ́wọ́ àná ẹni o. Wá ìrànlọ́wọ́ ẹ lọ síbòmíràn. Àwọn aláìlójútì ọkùnrin ní ìwà máa ní akílọ̀ àbẹ̀. Ṣèbí mi àtọmọ náà la máa fi jẹun. àbí kébi lu ọmọ wọn pa ni ẹ̀bọ́n ọmọ náà ló ń ṣe fún. Ìmí àyáwó gan kò ní san padà á ní ṣé èmi mo dáa náà ni ìmí àtọmọ náà la fi jẹun. Ojú ẹ máa ráre. Oh my God. Etí ẹ máa gbọ́bọ̀kúgbọ̀, ojú ẹ máa rírì kúrì. So you must ensure that you resolve issues independent of them. Of course, they are family, but jagun not wípé you are leaning on them all the time for everything. So má gbàgbé láti ilẹ̀ náà wọ́n ń wò ẹ́ níwò pé ọbọ̀ yóò responsible. Eléyìí ṣé eléyìí ẹ máa wò. So ìwọ tó ń jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀, ìwọ tó fẹ́ sun jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó wá lọ fepo rárá. So after our own wedding, I was to come back, I think Tuesday after, the week of the wedding. But up till that time, my wife hasn't gotten her visa. But something within me tells me that Ajoma Apada, stuff. But as God will have it, on Monday, she was called that yes, only package Lati pick up, and then when she picked it up, she got her visa. So Tuesday, the next day, we're to live together. Well, unpacked, don't she everything. We left the second day. Airport. Lọ́jọ́ tá máa fly gangan ni mo ti ra ticket. Now, kó wá dọjọ́ yẹn kí wá máa ní daddy ẹ máa help wa sir fún kí nìyẹn o bó ṣe máa wá náà ni wá síbò lájú gbogbo ìnáwó tó ti ná yẹn ìyàwó ẹni máa mú lọ ó ti dẹrù ẹ báyìí wàá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ká lólu kì í ṣe wọ́nranwọ̀nran from there ìwọ gan ti rí pé ò níyì mọ́. So òun láti mọ ìrìn àjò kó tó fẹ́ rìn kó tó torí bọ̀. I've had situations where it's the lady that pressure wà lórí ẹ̀ láti marry ó chat tó ń mú but the guys still dey hustle, the guy never dey okay. A lady was telling him, "Ma worry, I'll finance the wedding, I'll do everything, I'll set it up. Ma worry, I'll buy that, I'll think, man, just let's do this thing and all of my share, one of my get better. My brother, gbogbo tó ń ṣe yẹn, gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá ni wàá gbọ́ story ẹ̀ padà. Because look, status it is show wípé you are not capable, you are not ready for that stage of life you want to enter. Do not let anybody drag you into it. Do it only when you are ready. And kò dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tí ipa ẹ̀ ká. Along the line, tí nǹkan bá fẹ́ wọ́ tó fẹ́ dàrú, as ọmọ boy, wá ìrànlọ́wọ́, wá help, jagun yẹn síbòmí. Rather than kẹ́ sunkún lọ. Oúnjẹ ńlé, àárín ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé lọ bá àwọn mọ́mí àti dájú kan gbé gàrí àtẹwà fún wa. Wà ní problem. Ó máa ní problem gan. We've been in situations where I know that if my in-law hears about what, we're dealing with, no. They will solve it out. They will sort it out. And ẹ má dẹ̀ gbàgbé, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tán jẹ́ fún yín. Èèyàn dáadáa ayé àti ọ̀run ni wọ́n. So kì í ṣe pé àwọn tó máa ṣe fún mi tí wọ́n á tún fún mi problem lé lórí. But despite that, àwa solution wa fúnra ara wa ni. Because it's a journey we have decided to embark on. Àwọn tí gbé tiwọn, tún gbọ́dọ̀ di tiwa lé wọn lórí. We have to find our own solution. We have to struggle for our own life. So it is important as ọmọ boy pé ogun ni o. You must set boundaries for yourself. When you have issues that is not even financially related, sit down with your partner and iron it out, two of you together. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé the first thing tó máa ṣe ni kó gbé phone kó máa pe bàbá ẹ̀ pé ẹ wá mọ́mọ́ yín o, ẹ bọ́ mọ́ yín sọ̀rọ̀ gan o. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé the first thing tó máa ṣe ni máa pe mọ́mí ẹ̀. Ẹ kọ́ mọ́ yín o, ẹ ṣe ń kan bẹ́yẹn o. Má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ kan ló máa pè. Ẹ méjèèjì ẹ jọ jókòó. Ẹ jọ sọ láàrin ara yín. Ẹ jọ wá solution sí. Ẹ jọ dàrú, ẹ jọ tún tò padà. Set boundaries for yourself such that you are capable of handling your family issues with less interference. There might be some extreme ones where, maybe they'll have to get involved. But I can assure you, those are the ones that you guys have managed poorly. Those are the ones you guys have, not handled well. So if this stage in to want to get involved. Otherwise, you guys should be able to handle your own affairs yourself. Because the more you involve them, the more complicated it gets. Because they will, our parent one side here. Our parent one side here. It's human nature, one fish shaker. From there into your drama widen see. And we have situations where even partners get offended that she law report me fún lágbájá kan kilo come pẹ̀lú she máa sọ̀rọ̀ mi fún àǹtí kinní kan and stuff like that. But then I'm pé tí mo mọ̀ pé lè bá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn kinní kan mo ṣe lọ sọ fún this and that. Kàkà kọ́rọ̀ yanjú á tún máa pè sí. So as a man, you have to set all these boundaries. Filasi láti lẹ̀. That this and this and this and this is where you will limit yourself. Òní kọjá bí, òní bọ́ sí apá abẹ yẹn. And if you do those things, it will help you a lot. Another thing you need to do is that while you show them and accord them respect, you must ensure that you also respect yourself. You carry yourself well. And you ensure that you are scarce. Tó bá níṣẹ́ tó dá lọ́wọ́ tó busy. ò ní lọ máa jókòó sílé wọn sílé àwọn àna all the time. Ò ní di driver wọn, ò ní di gardener wọn, ò ní máa bá wọn ṣí gate, because those are not your roles, those are not your responsibility. Ṣùgbọ́n àìníṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀wọ́ gan, àìfira sípò tó yẹ kó fira sí, ohun tó máa padà sọ ẹ́ dà nìyẹn. So pay them occasional visit, send them gift occasionally. If there are family functions, attend, play, your minimal part that you can play, and then be on your lane. Be on your lane. Fira sípò tó yẹ kó fira sí. Don't be too desperate. And this is, important, especially when you marry from maybe a wealthy family. Má yọra bí ẹrú. Má yọra bí ọmọ ẹrú. Má rí wọn bíi pé you have to worship them. Má wò wọn bíi pé àwọn lọ́lọ́run ẹ̀. Be yourself. Be man. Ayé tiẹ̀ náà ló wà yẹn. Yorùbá dẹ̀ bọ̀ wọ́n lé èèyàn ò kì í kéré nídìí nǹkan ẹ̀. Ó lè má tó wọn, ṣùgbọ́n big man náà ní ẹ́ láàyè tiẹ̀. So handle your affairs well. Carry yourself well. Má jẹ́ kó bá ẹ náwọn dín nǹkan ìdọ̀tí. Má ṣe nǹkan ìdọ̀tí sí sàkání wọn. Má forúkọ wọn lọ máa fi ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí ò dáa, tó yẹ pé news á máa bọ́ wọn, wọ́n máa kàn wọ́n lọ́dọ̀, wọ́n máa ní àná yín ṣe kinní kan, ọkọ ọmọ yín ṣe kinní kan. Má ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Respect yourself. That is how you can gain respect back. Use your own effort. Use your own skills and everything to work your way up, rather than using their own family name to open doors. Bí ipò ń fi ìkánjú fẹ́ fi ṣílẹ̀kùn ọlà ni. Ẹni bá dẹ̀ fi ìkánjú wá kọ́kọ́rọ́ ọlà, ilẹ̀kùn ìbànújẹ́ ló máa ń padà fi ṣí. It won't end well. So you have to respect yourself and set boundaries. Now, also in setting boundaries, you have to have a discussion with your partner at the foundational stage of your relationship, how you will handle family visits. Torí àwọn situation kan wà, àwa ti marry tán báyìí, ṣe ni ìyá ọkọ ń kó bọ̀, wọ́n wá ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn. As a man, you have to enforce this and let your parents stay in their place. Let each parent stay in their places. When they will visit, you guys have discussions on how the visit will work out. Tó bá wù yín kẹsàn pé báyà duration báyìí ni, tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ní place. This one is at your own discretion. But there must be sort of a structure in place so that wọ̀ṣọ̀wọ̀ṣọ̀ yẹn á dínkù. We have situations where immediately tẹ́ bá ti marry tán báyìí ni wọ́n máa mú àbúrò ìyàwó pé yá lọ́ máa gbé lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí ẹ̀. My brother, kò sáyè gbogbo yẹn, because MI5 kan ni wọ́n fi sáàrin yẹn o, CIA nìyẹn o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ so wọ́n á gbọ́ lọ́hùn. bó fún ẹlẹ́ran kan wọ́n á gbọ́ lọ́hùn. You don't want anyone meddling in your matter. Wọ́n ní kó tẹ̀lé wá kó wá máa ràn lọ́wọ́ ni. Ìrànlọ́wọ́ wo ni nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ ní? Ìwọ gan láti lọ yẹ kó o ti wo ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ pé kì í ṣọ̀lẹ kì í ṣòròjú. Tó bá ti rí pé ẹni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ òròjú ni, my brother, walk away. Wàá ní problem o. Look, all these things I'm saying, ẹ lè rò pé ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré pé ṣé everything wà máa walk away. I'm telling you, nǹkan tó kéré báyìí ni bigger things jókòó lé lórí. Òròjú ó ní great grandmother gbogbo àrùn, because ẹni tó bá rojú á yọ̀lẹ, ẹni tó bá rojú á dọ̀tí, ẹni tó bá rojú á poor, and on and on and on and on and on like that. Òròjú ló bí a lot of things. Ẹni tó rojú á drag you down. So when tó fẹ́ kí ni nǹkan tó wà nínú ilé tó ń rán àbúrò kan wá pé kó wá máa ràn lọ́wọ́, kí ló ń ràn lọ́wọ́ fún? Kò lè dáná, ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ẹ̀ lè arrange iná dídá, ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ẹ̀ lè jọ clean ilé tẹ̀ gbé, ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ẹ̀ lè tọ́jú ọmọ. Lẹ́yìn kí ni point ń pẹ́lẹ́ fẹ́ dá marriage lẹ̀? Kí ni point? You think it's a joke? It's a high level of commitment that both of you must be ready to pour yourself into. Marriage is actually an empty basket. Tó gbélé yín lọ́wọ́, kò sí nǹkan kan nú ẹ̀. Nǹkan tẹ́ bá fi sínú ẹ̀ lẹ máa mú jáde. You want love, you put love inside it. You want money, you put money inside it. You want trust, you put trust inside it. You don't put anything inside, you don't get nothing out of it. So no, ẹ jẹ́ kí Bùsáyọ̀ dúró tì yín, kò ní kó wá bá wa gbé. Ẹ la inú yín kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ má sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ hot wọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ ń pẹ́ fẹ́ hot yẹn kọ́kọ́ lélẹ̀. It's your life. You don't allow people to help you build your own life. Wọ́n á build nǹkan tó rò pé àwọn fẹ́ ni. You have to build what you want. You don't allow people to use their own life to live their own life as an extension of yours. Àìdẹ̀lẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ara àwọn èròjà orí ibú ni. Ẹ mọ ọbẹ̀ orí ibú. Àìlè sọ̀rọ̀ ara àwọn nǹkan tó máa ń fi ń ṣebẹ̀ orí ibú ni. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. So you guys must be able to use your own mouth to set boundaries for yourself and let them know limits and let them understand your rules. But tí o bá ti sí boundary, tí o sí rule, tí o sí nǹkan kan, oríṣiríṣi nonsense la máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ wá máa kùn síra yín, inú á máa bí yín síra yín, ẹ máa argue. Ìgbà tí kinní nígbà ló lọ, àgbà lágbájá ń lọ. Ẹni tó ṣe gbéra, ó ṣe gbéra ni o. Wọ́n ṣe pè yín pé kinní ti wọ mọ́tò o, ó ti ń bọ̀ o, ó ti ń béèrè péjọ ò ló ń lọ. Dáṣọ ń pò tí ẹ fẹ́ kó wá tẹ́lẹ̀. Why tẹ́ ẹ ti jọ agree gbogbo nǹkan báyìí? And gbogbo period tẹ́ni ẹ máa lò yẹn will be hell. Why tẹ́ ń create irú atmosphere bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fúnra yín? When things like this can be avoided. You need to talk. You need to talk. As a man, you need to set the tone for your family. How you want your wife to be treated. Ìwọ ló máa stand ground there on that side. And it starts from the way you portray her to them. If you disrespect her in their presence, they will disrespect her. Excuse me. If you talk ill about her to them, they'll treat her the same. So you don't just watch her fighting that battle alone. Ogun yẹn pọ̀ jùlọ. Ìwọ ló máa ja ogun yẹn because àwọn èèyàn ẹni nísìn. You should be a shield. You should be a defense. So the less interference you have in your home, the long-lasting your marriage will be. Ọwọ́ yín ni iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ wá. Like I said earlier, tó bá ti walk into the trap of inú ilé tó jẹ́ pé ẹni tó fẹ́ ni wọ́n di gbogbo ẹrù family ẹ̀ lé lórí. Wọ́n wá ń pè yín pé owó school kinní kan ti tó, wá ń sọ pé kí ló kàn ẹ́. Kí ni ò kàn ẹ́? My brother lọ kówó jáde fún wọn. Kí ni ò kàn ẹ́? Kí ni ò kàn ẹ́? O rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ni, o rí nǹkan tó ń lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Mo ṣe sọ fún ẹ, wò dáadáa kó tó wọ̀ o. Kọ́ tó bá wọ̀ tán, ó léwu. Ó léwu o. And lastly, this one I'm not a fan of kí ló máa ń pè kíní? Joint account. I'm not. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ create irú kíní ẹ̀gán dẹ̀ pé ó create wàhálà. Ó dìdí wá create wàhálà sínú ayé àwọn èèyàn ni. Because how do you expect two strangers who were raised differently, who have different spending habits, to now be spending from one purse? Problem I want now. But for those who like this, for those who like wọ́n ṣáàjọ máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan pọ̀ yẹn ten ṣe joint account, you also have to have discussion. How, báyẹn máa agree figure kan ní tẹ́ máa ń pẹ́ fẹ́ máa fi support family or whatever thing like that. Otherwise, tí ọ̀kan bá kàn wá ń pé kinní kan ní wọ́n ló ṣe kinní kan tó tọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ tó mu. Bàbá wa ń pé kí ló dé? Ṣé mi náà lẹ́bi ni? A máa di wàhálà. Ọ̀ ẹlòmíì wọ́n ní o, wọ́n máa sọ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni ò jẹ́ ó ṣe fún wọn. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni ò jẹ́ ó ṣe fún wọn, ó ní ò jẹ́ ó tọ́jú wa. Ó ní ò jẹ́ ó tọ́jú wa. Wọ́n láti la ẹnu ẹ̀, let your family know your true state. Kọ́ máa sọ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀. Ọmọ jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé òun ló ń bọ̀ ẹ. Nípa ayé ẹ ti bàjẹ́. Nípa òwà òkè, jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀. There are situations whereby it is wọ́n wá kí èèyàn lé, it is the wife that will take money and give to the husband ní pé kó fún èèyàn. So wọ́n máa fi hàn pé ó wà òkè ni. Wọ́n máa fi hàn pé ó wà òkè ni. So ọjọ́ tó bá wá béèrè nǹkan lọ́yẹ̀ tó bá ní òsì wá ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni, ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn ni, èèyàn burúkú ni. Wọn ò dẹ̀ ní mọ̀ wípé ìyàwó yẹn gangan gbogbo ìtàn rí gbà sófà, òun gan ló ń kólẹ̀. So you have to open your mouth. Let them know your true financial state. Èèyàn ò kí ń fúyẹ́ kó ló ń wúwo. Problem lẹ̀ ń fà síra yín lọ́rùn yẹn. Ntẹ́ ẹ bá ní ẹ fi support ni. You don't absorb other people's responsibility. Ẹ jẹ́ kó káàkù gbé ẹrù tó di ilẹ̀. Again, if you are a billionaire, then this one does not affect you, right? Let me move quickly to the woman. And eléyìí ò pọ̀ rárá. Kò tiẹ̀ pọ̀ rárá. But bí ó ṣe pọ̀ yẹn ó pọ̀ náà. And what I have to say to the woman is this: you can make the life of everyone easy if you choose well. Wàhálà á dínkù if you choose well. If you ask the right questions during your courtship. If you do your due diligence, if you research the person well, if you open your eyes and see all that needs to be seen. Look yàtọ̀ sí sí o. Don't look, see. Má jẹ́ kí desperation wípé ọjọ́ tí ń lọ lórí ẹ o ṣáfẹ́ marry at all cost kó tarí ẹ wọnú ilé tí ò yẹ kó bá wọn ní nǹkan kan ṣe pọ̀ láyé. Because there's some family that is a taboo for you to marry into. And you can see the red flags there. You can see. Tó bá la ojú ẹ, tó bá la gbogbo àwọn senses ẹ, tó rí nǹkan fúnra ẹ, wàá mọ̀ pé no. I can't stay here. Tó bá ti wọnú ilé wọn láwọn ẹ̀kọ́ kan tó lọ kí wọn tó ti rí pé mọ́mì wọn kì í jẹ́ kí dáàdì wọn tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. My sister, ọkọ ẹ náà ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ nínú relationship yín o. Dáàdì ẹ ní ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, tàwa lọmọ tí mọ́mì bí. Ẹ̀mí àpín, o ti ń rí àpẹẹrẹ already. Wọ́n tí ì fẹ́ ẹ sílé o. Wọ́n kàn ṣe wá introduce as girlfriend ní o. Wọ́n ti kó aṣọ ọ̀dọ̀tí jáde fún ẹ kó máa fọ̀. Wọ́n ti kó sí báàfù fún ẹ lẹ́yìn kùlé àti omo kó máa fọṣọ. Ìwọ wá já lágbàfọ̀. Ọkọ ẹ náà dẹ̀ lè sọ wípé no mọ́mì pé no ṣèbí dry cleaner wà. Òun náà wò báyìí pé wọ́n fi ń test ẹni láti mọ̀ ìyàwó dáadáa. Really? Look, yeah, so fact fún ẹ. They are breaking you. That's what they're doing. They are breaking you. That's what they are doing. And if they succeed, mo ṣe máa lò lọ nìyẹn. Àbúrò ọkọ ẹ̀ náà rí ẹ fín. All in the name of ìyàwó àbúrò ọkọ. Ojú àárí rẹ́dẹ̀rẹ́dẹ́. So you have to look beyond the pressure of gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi ló ti marry kí mi náà ṣáà tètè marry kí n ṣáà má worry kí n kọ́. When you see the person you want to get married to tó pera ẹ̀ lọ́kùnrin torí pé mommy's boy ni. Anything a máa sọ fún ẹ pé jẹ́ n bá mọ́mì sọ́nà kan tí mọ́mì bá sọ. My sister, ibẹ̀ yẹn á korò jogbo fún ẹni. Wọ́n bá ti ń gbọ́ àwọn èdè wèrè yẹn lẹ́nu kan tí mọ́mì bá sọ. Not all men are men. Some men are just pets. And they take decision fúnra ẹ̀. All the time. In your discussion, all the time. in your relationship ló máa ń gbọ́ tí àǹtí kan ṣá máa ń jẹyọ all the time. A ṣá máa mention àǹtí kan, máa pe àǹtí Kẹ́mi, máa pe àǹtí, my sister, àǹtí yẹn ló máa dà yín rú o, because ẹni tó ń run life ẹ nìyẹn. You must ensure that the man you want to get married to is independent of his family. Ìwọ kọ́ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa pín wọn níyà, because o ò lè ṣe é. Òun láti rí gan wípé ẹni yẹn fúnra ara ẹ̀ ó ti separate ara ẹ̀, ó ti wà independent of his family. Ó ti ń dá ayé gbé. Ẹni tó lè bá rìnrìn àjò nìyẹn o. Ẹni tó lè nísinmi nínú ilé ẹ̀ nìyẹn o. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó jẹ́ wípé all the time bọ̀dá kinní kan, àǹtí kinní kan, àbí mọ́mì àbí kinní kan, jẹ́ pé all the time ló ṣàn jẹ́ discussion yẹn, ó jẹ́ pé àwọn ni wọ́n lẹ̀ fún yà, àwọn ni wọ́n fún yín ládàá, àwọn ni wọ́n suggest kan tẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe, my sister, ẹ ò lè bára yín kalẹ̀, ìpè kọ́. So to save us of all this problem, learn to say no tó bá ti rí àwọn kankan. Má tiẹ̀ jẹ́ kó di ọjọ́ tó máa wá kúnlẹ̀ fẹsẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òsì lọ́ máa ń là bẹ́sẹ̀ ọ̀tún tó máa wá na ríǹgì sí ẹ níta gbangba lórí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn yẹn kó tó máa wá tó wá yẹ pé stage yẹn náà dẹ̀ ni pa ríǹgì yẹn dé bọ́ọ̀sì tó fún wa kó fún padà sọ pé no. Má fìtìjú kárùn, because the journey is long and it's not an easy journey. Tọ́n bá ti fẹ́ nínú ilé yẹn kán gbà ẹ́ bó ṣe rí. Wọ́n sọ pé ìyàwó ò tiẹ̀ lẹ́ran lára. My sister, mọ̀ wípé ẹni tó sanra ló fẹ́ kí ọmọ wọn fẹ́ o. Walk away. Wọ́n yẹ pọ́rọ̀ bọ̀ ní ẹ́. Jẹ́ pé all the time wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ weight ẹ sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn bẹ́yẹn kankan bẹ́yẹn. Pick all these things. Now, mo skip nǹkan kan nínú tọkùnrin tí mo fẹ́ mention, and this is important. In some marriages, everything was going on well from the start. Láàrin gbogbo in-laws, it's like match made in heaven until tí wọ́n bímọ àkọ́kọ́ tó jóbìnrin. Wọ́n bímọ kejì ó jóbìnrin. From there, wọ́n ẹbí ọkọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbógun wípé ìyàwó obìnrin ló ń bí fún wa, afọ́kùnrin o. My brother, don't sit down there like a fool. Don't sit down there like a dummy. Kí wọ́n máa sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé àwọn fẹ́ ọkùnrin o. Tètè la ẹnu ẹ kó enlighten àwọn ẹbí ẹ wípé the fault is not your wife, because ọkùnrin ló ń donate chromosome, Y chromosome tó ń di ọmọkùnrin o. XX chromosome lóbìnrin ní ìtàn dẹ̀ máa kó lẹ́nìyẹn. Ọkùnrin ló ní XY. So nígbà tẹ́ bá kòlábò tọkùnrin bá ju Y lẹ̀ lẹ máa fi ní ọkùnrin. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá pé ìwọ X náà ló ń jùlẹ̀ all the time, bẹ́ẹ̀ bí igba ọmọ obìnrin gbogbo ẹ̀ máa jẹ́. So let your parents know. Má jẹ́ kán di ìdálẹ́bi tí kì í ṣe ti obìnrin yẹn fún, because ibi tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa fún problem nìyẹn. Tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwẹ̀ tí ò need láti gbà, prayer tí ò need láti gbà, orí òkè tí ò need láti lọ, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa fún pressure. Toro nko ló ń determine, obìnrin kọ́ ló ń determine male sex ọmọ o. Ọkùnrin ni. So open your mouth and tell your parents. Ipe mommy, èmi ni o. Fault mi ni. Èmi ọkùnrin ló ń determine bàbá máa bí ọkùnrin. Teach them, because this is scientifically proven. Má jẹ́ kí wọ́n ti pa bẹ̀ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn da ilé yín rú. Má jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbin thought burúkú yẹn sí wọn náà lórí. And you start believing them. Take responsibility. Be a man. Don't hide. And all in all, you can let them know. Pé kò sí ìtí ìṣọmọ nínú gbogbo ẹ̀. The most important thing is that they grow up to fulfill their purpose in life. That's what matters. You guys should not only want to have kids that will carry the legacy of the family by name alone. Shakespeare kò sí láyé mọ́. Gbogbo ọmọ tó dẹ̀ bí ó dẹ̀ pọ̀ ọmọ mẹ́sàn-án kò kú kankan. Báyẹ̀ ẹyọ kan ló kù obìnrin or something like that. Ṣùgbọ́n orúkọ Shakespeare ò parun o. So ẹ̀yin fúnra ara yín gan ẹ gbé ayé tí ẹ̀yin gan ò fi ní parun. Ẹ má retí pé tẹ́ bá bímọ ọkùnrin ó máa kárí orúkọ family yín ni orúkọ yín ò ṣe ní parun. Ẹ̀yin gan ẹ gbé ayé torúkọ yín ò fi ní parun. Don't leave that responsibility for your male child to carry on the legacy. Oprah wà láyé ńsìn kò kú. Òun ò tiẹ̀ marry kò tiẹ̀ bímọ. Ìwọ́n ọjọ́ tó bá papòdà ó ti ṣe nǹkan lẹ̀ láyé tó jẹ́ pé orúkọ yẹn ò lè parẹ́. So ẹ̀yin gan ẹ gbé ayé in a way that you'll be forever remembered even when you are long gone. Don't place that responsibility on the sex of the child you have. These are the things we need to correct within our community. This is part of the sanity we need to restore back to our community. And we need people to take responsibility. Speak to people that needs to be spoken to. Tell them the right things they need to hear. Information is power. Ìwọ ìyàwó tó bá dẹ̀ ti ń dirú àwọn ẹrù bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lé ẹ lórí máa sọ kalẹ̀. Àmọ́ mi o kì í ṣe tìjà kì í ṣe tariwo. Àmọ́ mi o ní science àwa obìnrin kọ́ la máa ń determine ọmọ o. Ọkùnrin ni o. So ọwọ́ ọmọ yín ló wà o. Èmi kàn ń gbára dúró ń tèmi ni nǹkan tó bá rọ́ sí mi lára ni mo máa produce. That's it. Because kẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ bímú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ bó ṣe ń wọgbà nìyẹn. But the most important thing I want to say to the woman is marry right. Choose right. See what you have to see. Look in depth. Ask right question. Má kàn jẹ́ pé gbogbo courtship yẹn ṣàwámà movie popcorn ló kàn fi gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ wọ́n kàn gbé ẹ travel wọ́n kàn lọ show àìdẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ tàlàkẹ́lẹ̀ ń lọ tàṣàkẹ́lẹ̀ ń lọ tàdìsálẹ̀ kàn ń ṣe wọ̀nrànwọ̀nràn kiri. Don't let your focus only be on the wedding and the picture you want to share on the grams and everything like that. Look, the loneliest day of your life will be immediately after the reception. When the music stops, when the hall is closed, and it remains the two of you. I've been there. I felt it. Ẹ̀rù bà mí. I felt it. I felt it. máa rántí that marriage ló important, kì í ṣe wedding. Wedding is just a ceremony, 1 day ceremony. That is not where you should put your energy. Put your energy into the marriage. And everything boils down to the foundation. Into fẹ́fẹ́ ṣáláàkì kanjú ni. Bí o tiẹ̀ ní sìn, ṣé potentials wà pé yes, ó máa ní lọ́la. Is the person not a slothful man? Kí n ṣe tó kàn sùn all the time wọ̀rọ̀wọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé tó yẹ pé di ibi tó ti ń ta draft ló ti máa bá. Ṣé tó gbéra ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé tó ní làákàyè ni? Is he a man indeed? Not just by ní male genital organ. Sórí ẹ̀ pé is he a good person? And when I say a good person, now I'm looking beyond roles, whether male or man or female or husband or daddy or father or no, I'm looking beyond title now. I'm looking at the person as an entity. Tí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan báyìí ò bá ti pé, my sister, máa nìṣó wájú ò tí ì débi tó yẹ kó sọ ẹrù ẹ kalẹ̀ sí. Otherwise, tó bá sọ kalẹ̀ sínú ibẹ̀ yẹn lẹ́yìn ọmọ méjì or whatever, wàá tún gbé o. Ó dẹ̀ ti ń get complicated. So get it right from the start. Get it right from the beginning. Marry right. Wọnú ilé yẹn. See how you are received. See what goes on there. And have the relevant discussion with this person before you even commit. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Okay. And lastly, let me move to the last party, which is the parent. And what I have with the parents are the following. 1, you have to understand that you cannot choose a partner for your child, whether son or daughter. This is a choice you have to allow them to make on their own. You can guide, you can advise. But you see, the best thing you can do in their life is to teach them ahead of time how to make this choice. So we've had 2 shows on this platform where we discussed wife material, husband material. I've sat through the recording of that show with my son, and we listened to it together on our way to his football training, to and fro. We paused in between, we had discussions. At that time, I wasn't having the discussion with him because we were going to get married the next day or the next week or in 5 years' time or in 10 years' time. I'm playing my part in giving him the right information that he needs. Because that is all I need to do to show him the way. And then leave him to take that journey by himself. Èmi kọ́ máa yan ìyàwó fún. Ló máa yan fúnra ẹ̀. Mi ò dẹ̀ ní gbé pressure lé lórí bá yóò fẹ́ marry àbí ó fẹ́ marry. That is his choice. He will decide by himself. I've lived through that life. I understand it better now. That people should be allowed that gift of choice. That's the greatest power God gave to man. The power of choice. But with choice comes responsibility. So they must understand that well. Bó bá ṣe yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wàá ṣe gbé o. And consequences comes alongside your choices and decisions. That's all you need to do. Teach them these things. And when you know that you've played your part and they understand, what you've put into them, when they bring their choice, you must trust them. That yes, in tí mo kọ́ wọn náà ni wọ́n lò láti fi yan ẹni tí wọ́n mú wá yìí. If there are other things tí wọ́n bá rí tí wọ́n ò rí, maybe with your own experience, ó lè pa kíyèsí wọn sí. Maybe that would help them to maybe reconsider their decision or whatever thing like that. But if they insist that is what they want, then you have to allow them. The same way my in-law allowed my wife when she insisted that that's the person she wants. They trusted her because they must have put in the work for her to know how to choose carefully. And today they have no regret. Once they were able to look past my outward appearance, they have no regret. So you must allow your sons and daughters to make their own choices of life partners. You can't choose for them. Oh, lè máa sọ pé ọmọ kìíní mo fẹ́ òun ni kó lọ mú wá. No, ìwọ kọ́ ló máa bá wọn gbénu lé yẹn o. So tó bá dẹ̀ ti wá fẹ́ tí ìwọ ò fọwọ́ sí, wà wá máa victimize ẹni tí wọ́n mú wá yẹn. Ẹni yẹn kọ́ ló ṣẹ̀yìn náà. Choice ọmọ yín ni, and you have to respect it. And you have to understand pé ayé tiẹ̀ ló fẹ́ gbé yẹn kì í ṣe tiyín. Ẹ ti gbé tiyín. You can't live their own life as an extension of yours. So that's one. And secondly, you must respect the boundaries that they've set. You must respect the boundaries that they set. Wọ́n ti ní ààyè tiwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. O mo ṣe sọ fọ́kùnrin pé kó má gbalé lọ́wọ́ yín o. Because ilé tẹ́ fún ẹ máa ní spare key ẹ lọ́wọ́. Ọjọ́ tó bá wù yín lẹ máa wá. Ẹ máa rìn bó ṣe wù yín, after all ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wọn lé. So mo ṣe ní kó má gbalé lọ́wọ́ yín. So ilé tó ń san rẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀, ó ní control over it. So when you go to their homes, you must remember you are a guest there. And you must respect their rules. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ máa lọ bẹ̀ lọ máa pàṣẹ fún wọn o. Àlejò kọ́ ló máa ń pàṣẹ fún onílé. Àlejò ló máa ń obey nǹkan tí onílé bá sọ. So ibi tán bá fi yín sí, ibẹ̀ lẹ máa wà. Bó bá ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan wọn nulé wọn, lẹ ṣe máa bá wọn ṣe. Ìtàn bá ń jẹ, tán bá fún yín náà lẹ máa jẹ. Ní máa sọ pé irú ẹ̀fọ́ wo lélẹ̀? In tí wọ́n lágbára tí wọ́n lè jẹ nìyẹn. Ẹ má gbìngbìn kú gbìn sínú ilé wọn. If you must plant any seed, it must be seed of peace and cordial relationship, not seed of bitterness and disunity. Otherwise, don't even go there at all. Ẹ dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí lílọ yín kó dínkù. Ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan kẹ́ máa yọjú síbẹ̀. Kẹ́dẹ̀ tó lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kán ẹ pè wọ́n, ẹ bá wọn sọ. Gbogbo àwọn impromptu visit yẹn ẹ kàn dé lójijì. Ẹ má ṣe. Give them notice. Ẹ má gbàgbé, they have their own schedule, they have their own plan, they have their own life. Let them work things out and see, okay, mommy, time yóò pay, kò pay wá fún yín láti wá. Ẹ jẹ́ kó di time bye. Ẹ má jẹ́ gbà sódì, ẹ má gbà sí bínú. After all, ó fẹ́ ṣe wá rọ́mọ mi ní, ó fẹ́ wá ṣe ẹ jókòó sáàyè yín, ẹ̀yin ṣáà nílé. Stay in your place. Ìgbà tán bá fẹ́ kẹ́ wá yẹn náà ni kẹ́ yọjú. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti wá, ẹ má sọ bẹ̀ di permanent place. Visit ni. Ẹ wá kẹ́ lọ. Ẹ wá kẹ́ lọ. Ntí ò bá dẹ̀ yẹ kẹ́ dá sí nígbà tán wà ńbẹ̀, ẹ má dá sí. In fact, tẹ́ bá gbọ́ tí wọ́n ń jinra wọn gan tó yẹ pé ó ń jin ọmọ yín gan tó ń pariwo. Tó bá dàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì, ẹ má mention rárá. Not to your son-in-law, not to your daughter. Ẹ wá máa rọra. Níjà náà yẹn wá pọ̀ jù báyìí. Ẹ ná sùúrù sí o. Kò sí ní tó kàn yín o, mọ́mì. Kò sí ní tó kàn yín rárá, ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kán jìnnà bó bá ṣe fẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kán nara wọn lẹ́dà bó bá ṣe wù wọ́n. Ara nǹkan tí ò ṣe yẹ kẹ́ ẹ wá gan náà nìyẹn, because kò yẹ kẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́ ogboru nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ń gbọ́ yẹn. Bí ẹ fẹ́ fi ringtone ọmọ ìyàwó ọmọ yín ṣe, kò ní kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ náà. Kò ní kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀. Ẹ tó jẹ́ pé ó máa ń pariwo gan tẹ́lẹ̀, jẹ́ pé ó máa tí gbogbo táìmù tó wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn yẹn, á máa gbin, kò wá gbádùn gbogbo pírọ̀dù yẹn. Kò lè ké. Jẹ́ pé ó máa ké gidi gan. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀, ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ rí ẹ̀ tún lọ bọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n á ní problem. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà. Aláwọn ọkùnrin kan náà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn gan ni ló ń ṣe bí obìnrin. Àgbàlagbà ọkùnrin máa dá sí nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó kàn án, máa tójú bọ̀. Dáàdì ẹ fira yín sípò náà. And let these people live. Respect yourself. Keep your distance. Even tó bá gbẹ́jọ́ wá pa on issue, bye. Find a way to, tell them, just give them advice and tell them to go and sort it out on their own. Let them figure it out. It's their life. Let them work it out. Let them work it out. Also, your other children are not their responsibility. Mo láti mention yẹn náà fún yín. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ bí, they are your responsibility. Ọmọ yín ni wọ́n, àwọn kọ́ ló bí wọn. So don't pass it off to them. Kó wá máa tọ́jú wọn. Let them manage their own affairs. Now they have their own bills to pay. They have to save for their own children. Táwọn náà máa bí. Their school, their everything. So àwọn gan marriage tó ń ṣe yẹn, wọ́n ti kó sí wàhálà tẹ́ bá mọ̀. Because they paint marriage to make it look like problem ni. I can tell you 100%. Bàbá commitment burúkú, bàbá ayé ò normal mọ́ tó bá ti marry. So ẹ má tún dìkún problem wọn. Ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ wípé iye ọmọ tẹ́ lè tọ́jú ló yẹ kẹ́yìn náà bí. Gbogbo tẹ́ ti make mistake yẹn, then figure it out on your own. Don't pass it off to them. Tó bá wá wù wọ́n, if they wish, to help, then that is at their own discretion. You should not make it like it's their obligation to raise your other children. Torópó ti wá fẹ́ ọmọ yín nísìn, òun láti wá ran gbogbo àwọn yòókù. No. Ìyẹn wrong. Ìyẹn wrong. So ẹ má ṣe. And lastly, the only role you can play in their life is an advisory role. Tọ́n bá dẹ̀ pè yín sí ni. Stop calling them and asking them questions, leading questions. You want to know what's going on in their home or whatever thing like it's not your business. Tí tọ́n bá wá fi lọ̀ yín, tọ́n bá pè yín sí, òun ni kẹ́ gbà wọ́n nímọ̀ràn fún. Ìmọ̀ràn ni mo pè o, kì í ṣe àṣẹ. You don't make decisions for them. You advise them. Advisory role ni ibi tẹ́ wà, ipò àgbà tẹ́ wà nìyẹn. Kọ́ tẹ́ bá ti ń ṣe nǹkan míì tó yàtọ̀ sí yẹn, wọ́n máa rí yín fín. Wọ́n á rí yín fín because ẹ ti ń kọjá àyè yín. Ẹ ti ń pàṣẹ níbi tí ẹ kẹ́ máa pàṣẹ. Ẹ ti ń fọwọ́ lálẹ̀ níbi tí ẹ ti láàyè. Wọ́n nílé ibi tí èèyàn bá ti ń pìtàn kó tó jogún, ogún ibẹ̀ ò kan yàn ni. When you have to be reintroducing yourself, do you know who I am? I'm your father-in-law. Ẹ ti lose respect yẹn sir. You don't need to reintroduce yourself. Why? Ibi tẹ́ bá ti ní tó bá ti yẹ tẹ́ fira yín sípò ọ̀wọ̀ tó yẹ kẹ́ wà, tẹ́ fira yín sípò iyì tó yẹ kẹ́ wà, ẹ ní láti máa reintroduce ara yín. But tẹ́ bá ti reintroduce ara yín yẹn, dáhùn pé ẹ ti tẹ́ nìyẹn. Ẹ ń tí àyè láti pàkíyèsí ẹni ẹ sí padà pé ṣọmọ tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ṣá, ẹ ti lose ẹ nìyẹn. Ṣé má jẹ́ kó dé level yẹn. So ẹ fira yín sí ipò ọ̀wọ̀ tó yẹ kẹ́ wà yẹn. And let them speak to you from that side. Respect yẹn wà ń bẹ, iyì yẹn wà ń bẹ. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ń sọ náà, wọ́n máa kà kún, wọ́n máa níyì létí wọn. You are not there to run their life. You are not there to rule their life. You are not there to control them. You are there to advise them. You are there to guide them. You are there as a support system. You are not there to inflict pain and misery on them. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ máa choose school táwọn ọmọ wọn fẹ́ lọ. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ máa choose bí wọ́n ṣe máa gbé ayé. It's not your business. Let them build their life the way they deem it fit. And that is the politics that is involved in the family setting. Ẹ máa rí wípé mo yọ sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mo yọ wọ́n kúrò ńbẹ̀ intentionally ni, because they shouldn't even feature talk less nípa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wọn. They shouldn't. Ṣùgbọ́n torí ìgbàkúgbà tá a ti gbà náà ló jẹ́ káwọn náà rí ugly head wọn láti wá máa ṣoríṣiríṣi nǹkan. Gbà tí màánù ò fira ìsípò tẹ́ kó fira ìsí. Ò fowó oúnjẹ lẹ̀ fún ìyàwó, wà responsible. So ìyàwó ẹ ti lọ bá wọn nílé, ó ti ń béèrè oúnjẹ nílé ń pé ebi ń pa àwọn ọmọ. Wọ́n ti fún un lóúnjẹ. So ọ̀nà dà tí àbúrò ìyàwó ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ jákujàku. Wọ́n tó bá ṣojú sí ẹ tó fira ẹ sípò ibi tó yẹ kó fira ẹ sí, tó wọ́ra ẹ lẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tó kan àbúrò ìyàwó pẹ̀lú business yìí náà. Kò sí nǹkan tó kan ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyàwó pẹ̀lú business yìí tó bá lọ máa tọrọ nǹkan lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Ó kàkú máa wà láàyè wọn ni. So I didn't even mention them at all because relations tó yẹ kó kàn wà láàrin kò kàn ju kíkí once in a while and tẹ́ bá ní social function papọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ béèrè ara yín and everything like that. That's it. Kò yẹ kí anything tó máa fa nonsense back and forth máa wà láàrin gbogbo yín. Nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ nìyẹn tó bá ti ń dé level yẹn. Tó bá ti ń feature, nǹkan ti ń bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. So gbogbo wọn yẹn ó yẹ kọ́kàn wà ní background ni. Ẹ kàn máa gbúrò wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan, kẹ́ máa kí wọn, kẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ àlàáfíà wọn, and that's it. But tẹ́ bá ti da nǹkan rú, tí gbogbo nǹkan ti wọlé, tí ò sí boundary, tí ò sí anything, tí gbogbo nǹkan tó ti wà muddled up, then you'll be talking about these people. Sister-in-law, brother-in-law, wọ́n ṣe gbá, wọ́n ṣàwò. They should not be involved at all. They should not be involved at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have to share. The comment section has been so quiet. Nothing has been happening there except my brother Makinde and then Engineer Elijah. Otherwise, but anyway, thank you very much for staying with me up till this time. We spent 2 hours, and I would not want to hold you much longer. But I hope you have been able to pick one or two things from here. Either you are just about to go into a relationship, you know how to set yourself up properly now, or you're already in it and you are going through certain things. Now you have an understanding of what you didn't put in place. And perhaps you are in it and you've been, searching for areas to improve or make adjustment or tweaks here and there. I hope the show tonight would have, opened your eyes to areas that you need to work on. So thank you very much for staying with me till this time. I'll leave you now, and until we meet again next week, Friday, remain blessed. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Odaro.
Ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ́rọ̀ pa òbí dániwọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣẹ̀rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ́mọ aráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn wá ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn ń lọ wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá jẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ ọmọdé, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti ṣe tó mọ̀ ọ́la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀.